Where the niggas at who paying bills? Cause I'm not doing this shit no more. Like, I'm done. Women out here living good. Nigga paying their bills. Like, where are they? Cause I'm not doing this no more. The car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. Where the niggas who spend money, who pay?
I am so sick of the dating apps, and I just really want to find my husband in person this year. So welcome to the first episode of Finding My Husband in Home Depot. Typically, I wait for a guy to approach me, but I think we're going to increase our chances of having some conversations organically if I ask at least one man every single time I go to Home Depot a question. Now that I'm a homeowner, I feel like I have a lot of questions, and these men maybe can give me some answers. Let's go. Okay, we're about to hit Fleming. I feel like we're gonna find a cute guy over here. Should get this gardening hat. I haven't seen any cute guys yet. There was one. I was like, okay, he's cute, but I think he's married. I saw a ring. I'm just gonna awkwardly stand around the flooring since I need to do flooring. And let's just see if someone approaches me. Pretty much all the men here right now are like in their 50s, so maybe I need to come back in the morning. I don't know.
Relationships can get for free, we have to pay for it. And there's no amount of self-love or therapy that can kind of circumvent the frustration that being single is very expensive. Because if, an example, I am sick, I don't have anyone who could cook for me. My friend can ask her boyfriend to cook for her. I have to DoorDash something. If I need help moving something in my house, I need to go find someone and pay that person to come over and move it. Well, my friend can just ask her partner. And all those things just add up. If you lose your job, you have someone who can help you with rent. If you are having like financial trouble or health trouble, you now need to like disclose that to your family or friends, which might be embarrassing, or you can tell your one husband or your wife to help you through that. It is so frustrating to have to go through so many things alone and make these really big decisions, hard decisions completely by myself. I have my friends. I have my family. I love them. I can lean on them, but maybe I don't want to tell them all about my finances. Maybe I don't want to have to over-explain my entire health condition to them. Maybe I just need someone to help me with a real quick task that I don't want to have to pay someone.
All right, buckle up because this video is an absolute roller coaster of modern dating, money problems, relationship expectations, and some brutally honest opinions that are about to leave the internet completely divided. We're talking about women openly admitting they're exhausted paying their own bills, frustrated with dating apps, and in some cases literally underneath all the viral clips and social media drama, there's actually a real conversation happening about inflation, loneliness, modern dating culture, and the pressure people feel trying to survive on a single income. Some people watching this are going to completely agree with these women. Others are going to think the expectations are completely out.
It's fantastic, but fuck, it's expensive. Ah! I just spent $600 on brakes on my car, just on the front part of the car, because I couldn't afford all four brakes and axles and rotors and whatever the fuck. And then now I just paid my car payment, which is $500, so I just blew $1,100 in like 3 hours, and it wasn't even like fun, you know? Fuck. Sorry, it's just so overwhelming. Like, you work and 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 you work, and it's just to pay off like your basic necessities. And you can't, like, in this city that I live in, public transport, please. If I were to do public transport, it's like asking to get raped, and I really shouldn't be crying because now I have to go to another work event, and now I'm gonna be all puffy. I'm just... Living is so expensive. Just keeping yourself alive and floating is so expensive. Venting. Inflation sucks. Just living in America sucks. Living alone sucks. It's great, but it sucks. Because you have to front all the expenses by yourself.
What makes this Home Depot clip so fascinating is that it's actually exposing something a lot of people don't want to admit out loud. Dating apps have completely burned people out. People are tired of swiping, ghosting, fake conversations, and trying to turn every interaction into some perfectly curated social media moment. So now we've reached a point where people are literally walking through hardware stores hoping fate, delivers their soulmate near.
Whatever happened to it? We want that. Bring that back. Can we bring that back? Can we start a movement to just like approach the person that you think is cute? Because that's what's lacking nowadays. Okay, people are missing opportunities from left to right. You could have met your soulmate. Okay, that could have been your soulmate right there. But instead you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Check off these boxes for me. For starters, the man will absolutely have to be my husband. I would never give a man a baby without the biggest rock on my finger. The second box would be a push present is a non-negotiable for me. I want either a car or house. It's a non-negotiable. Also, assuming the man I will be with would be tatted, so he would have to get a tattoo of my face on his stomach because it's a body for a body. My body's going to change forever, so should his. The third box would be that I need a house cleaner, and then the fourth box would be that I need a full-time nanny. I already know who the nanny would be. It would be a family member, but I want that family member to be very well compensated for their time and energy. So yeah, remember before you type some nasty shit that these are my requirements, right? You don't have to have any requirements. If you just want to have a baby for the free, or if you just want to be a man that wants to give a woman a baby and you want to do nothing else but spread your seed and have nothing else to offer the woman, then, live your life. This is my life, and I will not be changing and sacrificing my...
Now this part right here is where the conversation shifts from funny internet clips into something a lot more real and relatable. Because whether you agree with her or not, she's describing the hidden financial cost of being single. And a lot of people, men and women, completely understand what she means. When you're alone, every emergency lands directly on your shoulders. Every bill, every repair, every stressful decision. There's no backup income, no built-in emotional support system at home, no one auto...
I don't think you're really out here looking for like a real man, like an alpha man, a king, somebody who can teach you, guide you, lead you, somebody that you can actually build a foundation with, get some genuine chemistry going. Y'all not looking for that. Y'all are out here looking for somebody to help you. Y'all are out here looking for a sponsor, somebody to sponsor your lifestyle. Because I'm trying to understand, when did it become a man's responsibility to even give you anything during the dating phase? A man is not responsible for your monthly bills in the dating phase. You're not his woman. And what makes you think that a man does not have his own bills? His own responsibilities. That is why a lot of you ladies cannot enjoy the dating phase, because you are out here dating for all the wrong reasons. When you are dating somebody, it should really only be about just seeing if you and this person got a connection. Can we build together? Are we on the same page? Do we got the same beliefs, the same values? Something along those lines. But y'all get so frustrated. Well, he keep texting me what you doing, and he ain't asking me how much is my rent and my car. No, that's not his problem. A real man is not getting ready to lead with his money. Only an insecure man lead with his money. There is some man that will give you money in the first couple of months, but that's a man that don't know himself. A man that knows himself, he's going to find that a turnoff that you're even asking him for money. Allow that man to give you that good gesture. A man that is genuinely interested in you, he's going to see any type of weight that he can lift off of you, so you wouldn't have to ask to begin with. But if you ladies are out here drowning in your own monthly bills like that, to the point where you frustrated and can't date somebody for the genuine reasons, then you shouldn't be dating. You need to go worry about your bills, get them situated, and then come back to the dating field, because your bills is nobody else's responsibility but your own. As long as a man is respecting you, making time for you, and he's showing you that he is consistently interested, that is all you should be asking for in the dating phase.
A man that is just sending whatever he can. But if I'm talking to him, next time I'm out, and he says, "Oh, you need something for lunch," I'm gonna tell him, "It's okay. Somebody already sent me $100."
Okay. If we're being completely honest, right here, right now, we've all eaten lunch for $30.
Yes.
Let's start
100%.
Kilo Cafe spot, baby.
I'm not even snappers to get something popping, but
we're not saying that we're ungrateful.
Right.
Food is food on the table. However, you know what the standard is.
Correct.
Me in that situation, handling it with grace. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so appreciative. I'm going to still take a picture of that bill and I'm going to send it to him. Thank you for the 30. That was the tip.
Also, men, if you know that you cannot give $30, or if it's hard for you to give, then you need to date within
Don't date.
You can date. No, you can.
Do not date.
But date with the woman that, number one, does not have that expectation, or number two, it's in that.
Now I see why these women out here, like, living good. What a nigga paying their bills. Like, where are they? Because I'm not doing this no more. Like, the car insurance going up. I'm paying rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta take care of everything. I'm not doing this anymore. Now I see why people stay in relationships and they're miserable. At least the bills paid. I'm not doing this no more. Where the niggas who spend money, who pay all the bills? Where they at?
Winter has arrived for so many women, and this is why you see an uptick in dating content and women talking about how the dating pool has piss in it, because they're in an economic bind. The economy is getting worse for so many women, and the bills still keep coming in, and they're just like, man, I need a man. I need some help. But you notice they're not saying I need a man for anything that a man would want, like in a woman, or in other words, for anything that a man would provide that he would enjoy. They are desperate for men because they need economic help. But what's so funny is that what makes women think like this? What makes them think that all a man is doing is waiting to be the helper, waiting to be Captain Saba, you know what I mean? Captain Saba 304 or Captain Saba woman. It doesn't have to be a 304. Why do you think men are just waiting around to come save a woman? And how are you going to get in relationship with a man? That's going to determine if a man is going to be helping you or not, isn't it? So it seems to me that instead of women coming on here panhandling and complaining, why don't you make yourself a more desirable woman so that a man picks you? And
now this moment right here is probably the most emotionally honest clip in the entire video. Because unlike some of the later clips, this woman isn't demanding luxury gifts or talking about standards. She's overwhelmed. You can literally hear the burnout hitting her in real time. Car repairs, rent, insurance, bills stacking up back to back. That pressure crushes people mentally, especially when they feel like they're carrying
bending the knee outside singing in your window.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar? Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking?
We need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like, my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother. And honestly, for his daughters. He does everything for us.
What happened to the men that used to love to send flowers just because? Take you out on a date. Or matter of fact, call you and be like, get ready now. I'm going to give you like an hour.
Bring back the men who will not allow rejection to keep them from the woman of their dreams. Bring back the men who will see a beautiful woman sitting at the bar by herself and then go over there and talk to her. Or send.
And you can't provide it for you either. See, that's the irony of the gaslight. You don't got the money to get what you want. So you're looking for a man to give you your unreasonable requests and demands. Nobody can afford a woman in America. You know why? You guys are insatiable. You want everything. If you get this car, you're thinking about the next one. If you get a nice house, you're thinking about a bigger one. Nothing will ever be enough because you're not happy and satisfied on the inside. There is a hole in your heart that you're trying to fill with things, and that will never work. And that is the core problem in dating. And I will also say, I've been around the world, 92 countries I've traveled to, and the most beautiful women in the world, you would never see them saying this. It is always average looking women, and there's nothing wrong with being average. Average women get married every day. I'm an average looking guy. But the most beautiful women never have this attitude. And you know what happens because they're humble, sweet, nice, and kind? They tend to get more, so they never have to make a video like this. Guys, they're broke. The women who are making these videos are broke. They cannot afford their lifestyle.
Secure, fresh out the gate. I will never understand this. I hear the craziest stories from men, how they'll go on a first date with a woman or their first conversation with a woman, and immediately she's making it a requirement and a standard to pay their bills and fly them out and take them shopping and drip them in designer and take care of their 3 kids. It's not even theirs, and this is the standard if you want to get to know me, let alone date me. That's insane to me.
That's because society has trained men to be the perfect accommodation to women, but failed to train women to be the perfect accommodation to men. So it's only natural that those women will develop this sense of entitlement, especially when drug dealers, scammers, athletes, or celebrities are so easy to find on Instagram. And those men will accept those standards and play right into the hands of female nature.
Where the internet collectively slammed the brakes and said, okay, Now we've gone too far. Because there's a huge difference between wanting security in a relationship and presenting a full luxury contract before the child even exists. Marriage first? Completely understandable. Wanting support during pregnancy? Fair conversation. But once the list starts including houses, cars, tattoos of your face, full-time nannies, cleaners, and expensive push presents, people stop hearing partnership and start clips. Now this speaker is tapping into something that has become one of the biggest arguments in modern dating culture. Are people dating for connection or for financial relief? And to be fair, he's making a point that resonates with a lot of frustrated